But then Hawks is shooting an arrow at it, and then he's trying to reload.
It is a great moment because they run out of the house. And he does shoot an arrow in Pudge Bear, which we can clearly see now is way too many donuts in the trash can because this is a fat-ass bear. This bear's metabolism sucks.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into horror movies, sci-fi films, cult classics, new and old. Warning, everybody, there are spoilers ahead. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California. And Erik, I'm just a rat bite and gas leak man. I don't know why you're having me talk about this movie this week.
Well, you know, I'm an environmentalist, and I need you. I need you, from the inner city to help explore this dangerous situation. I'm Erik in Salem, and we're all about conservation here. Conservation and monsters.
Yes, it's monstrous what the industry is doing to the environment, Erik.
It is. So, I'm surprised. We're just talking about this now. Is this our 1000th episode? And
it's getting up there, Erik, but this week we are talking about Prophecy. Movie came out in 1979. It's directed by John Frankenheimer.
What?
It's starring Robert Foxworth, Talia Shire, Armand Assante, and Richard Dysart.
Ooh, Armand Assante.
Oh, he's something in this movie.
It's a horror movie, and he is the hottie.
He is super hot. We'll talk about it.
He's the eye candy in this movie. Even his name. Hello, I am Armand Assante. Take me now, Armand. Oh yeah. What's Prophecy? What do we got? What is this about, Art?
Well, Prophecy is about a couple, a cellist and a doctor who, for some reason, are tasked to go create an environmental protection report on a lumber mill up in Maine. They live in D.C. And they go up there and they find that there's a lot of tension between the logging company and the Native Americans. And in the midst of it, Erik, it seems that all of this tension may have awoken a legendary creature.
Oh,
it's haunting the woods, Erik. Will they be able?
You can't do it. You're making it sound like will they be able?
Will they be able to find the creature and save humanity, Erik? Should we say humanity? Fulfilling all sorts of prophecies. I'm just trying to find a way to tag it.
You can't. The name Prophecy for the movie, you're like, wait, what is it called? Mutant Bear. But no, Erik, it's called Prophecy.
So tell me, why are we talking about it this week?
We are talking about Prophecy, Art, because this movie has a special place in my youthful heart. Driving along North Street, heading to the mall, looking to my left and seeing that goddamn giant billboard, which was the only way to find out if a movie's coming. And there in the middle of the billboard is this creature in a see-through egg, wrapped, one big eye, claws and teeth, and it says Prophecy. Like, what is that? And then going to see it, and I had a longer attention span back then, so it fulfilled my dreams and wishes as a youth to see this horrific mutant creature wreaking havoc in the Maine woods. So that is why finally we're covering it. And we talked about on a previous podcast, creepy, cool creatures. And I went, my God, you brought up the Prophecy.
I did.
So we're here because of you. We're here because of you.
I think we are, Erik.
Right now, we're here because of you. I'm not taking full responsibility.
And I loved that poster too. And it had a great trailer. Remember those 70s trailers? All the trailer was, Erik, remember, was that egg. And it was in different stages. It came on. There were 3 stages. It was like a little tiny one, an embryo, the creature. And then it was a little bigger. And then the last one was like what you're describing. And the voiceover, that guy who used to do all the horror movies, it is It is enormous. It is coming. It will mercilessly kill every living thing that stands in its way.
After it takes a short rest because it gets out of breath.
And then it's like prophecy.
Yeah, prophecy.
So I just thought it had a great trailer too. And I too remember going to see it, and I thought it was pretty good. But let's be clear, Erik, critics at the time did not. I went back and just reviewed some of these reviews, and I think this thing, and I'm going to say, Erik, before we start, not to tip my hand, undeserved, they really crapped on this movie, critics. They really did not like this movie for some reason. Very strange.
Was it because of Talia Shire? Why?
We'll talk about it as we go on, but I just think, I don't know whether they were grumpy or whatever, because remember, just a couple of years later, we have The Thing, and none of them like The Thing either.
Oh, well, come on.
But you know what I mean? Like, I think monster movies, but they liked Alien, which came out at the exact same time as this.
Well, I'm telling you guys, the listeners, to a lot of movies we cover, I'm like, you don't need to watch it. Just listen to us, have fun. But Prophecy, come on. It's it's slightly dated, a little bit slow at times, but you got to watch the movie Prophecy, and then you can go. Mm-hmm. Go, John Perry. Go, Mike Bailey.
Go watch it, but we're going to tell you about it, Erik, because we're going to open up here. Prophecy.
We're going to start?
We're starting right now because we're in the midst of a chase or something. It's nighttime. There's the wind blowing through the trees.
It's a good start.
It's a great start. I'm going to say that right out. You have guys running through the woods. They have these headlamps on. So it's all just lit by these headlamps, and they're jingling through the woods, and they clearly have dogs. You hear the dogs going like, oh.
I didn't know. You hear heavy breathing. It's like,
yeah. And you're like, what are these guys doing? They have hard hats on, and they're going through the woods. It's kind of a long opening credit sequence as they're going through the woods. And Erik, you're going to agree with me. I'm a little sus here because a couple of years later, we have the opening of E.T. with the flashlights jingling through the woods.
Spielberg.
Right. I was a little like, it reminds me a little of that.
Spielberg, you know some of your ideas.
It reminds me a little of that sequence. Now, for our listeners out there who sometimes write in and tell us stuff, you may know of another reference that maybe both these movies are referencing from before, but it reminded me a lot of that. But Erik, what are they looking for? What's happening here?
I don't know, because you get a dog jump scare. It's like, rah! So now you know it's dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what they're looking for, but the dogs are running, and one of them just is like takes a header off a cliff. And you've been here, and we go on vacation all the time, and these are like Maine cliffs. It's like it just the earth stops and then drops, and the dog's on a rope, and it just goes off the side.
Luckily, he still has his leash on. So they catch him, like these guys, and they start to pull him up, but then something grabs it or something.
Yep.
And it yanks, and then the rope is broken, and they're like, holy crap.
Yeah. So what do you do when you hear that? You go after it. You rappel down. Two guys rappel down to go after their dog.
Mm-hmm. One guy's still at the top, right?
One is waiting, kind of smart guy, because then there's... The guy hears screaming. So I like already that this movie's building suspense already. So you hear the guys down there going, whoa, whoa, down the bottom.
Yeah. And then it looks like the rope is pulling taut.
Yeah.
And something's going on down there. And it's great, Erik. It's well lit because the guy's shining a flashlight down, but the flashlight doesn't go down far enough to see what's happening in the darkness. So it's good. It's well directed. This is John Frankenheimer. I'll just say very well-known director. The Manchurian Candidate movie Seconds is also a very popular movie. But Erik, he may be well-known to some of our listeners as, I think, the movie that finally broke John Frankenheimer, The Island of Dr. Moreau with Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer.
Oh,
and I think there's a whole documentary, Erik, about how that broke John.
Yep, I've seen it.
So that's the director here. But he is talented,
cut,
I'm going to
it's
say.
a wrap. Now get this guy off my fucking set.
So, Eric, what does this guy do?
Oh, he he doesn't radio for help. He goes down there. Yep. All right, good. Go down. And he finds right away, you got some dead guys. They're dead. And they look like they've been thrashed about.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think
his rope breaks. His rope breaks too. Something yanks on the end of his rope because he's not all the way down yet.
Oh, right.
And
he takes
and then he falls and hits his head, and he's looking around. And there's dead dog there too. They show the
dog's
dog
dead. The guys are dead.
And then we cut to next morning, and he's dead too, hanging on his rope. He's sort of hanging.
Yeah, it's great because you hear whatever's coming after him. Like, it's that. And, but here's the weird. I don't know if you like. What is the choice for this? You see a floating helmet with blood in it in the water, and then there's this very nice instrumental music. It's like, and it like you listen to John Williams, and they're just showing corpses.
Yes, in the morning light.
Yeah. I thought, okay, it's an interesting.
Just show me the corpses in the morning,
right,
baby.
There's something killing all my doggies, sweetie.
But anyways,
my helmet.
Eric, and then we sort of do a dissolve. They're showing all the nature, this beautiful nature and everything. Filmed in British Columbia, by the way, but it's standing in for Maine. But they show all this beautiful nature, and then they actually do a sort of a dissolve to Talia Shire, Adrian from Rocky movies. And she's playing the cello. That's the music you're hearing. We're now
there you go.
We're in a concert, big concert hall, big audience, and she's clearly a professional cellist.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And professional baby maker, apparently.
Yeah, she tells a friend, another cello player, that she's pregnant, and they're talking about it, and she hasn't told her husband yet.
I know. The woman's like, oh, whatever. It's your baby. You can have it. You don't give a shit what he thinks. I was like, whoa, okay.
But we learn here too that she says that her husband doesn't want to have kids because the world is so effed up that he feels weird about bringing a child into the world.
Yeah, so and he knows.
But then we cut to the White House and a big demonstration in front of the White House. So I guess we're in DC. And it's Native Americans putting on this demonstration saying, it's our time to take it back. They're cheering. And we see an ambulance go by, and we follow that ambulance into. Now, Eric, when we were kids, I know there were some rough areas in the urban areas of the country, right? You and I think, can't speak to the authenticity of this, but I can guess that this is an exaggeration of what an urban neighborhood might be.
A little bit of exaggeration because they're in the slums, apparently. And the slums, everybody's got a spray can. Everybody has spray paint. They give out spray paint to everybody so they can just spray paint every single available wall. There's like trucks piled on top of each other, garbage, things in the street. It's pretty over the top.
It actually, Eric, would be at home in a comedy like, remember Vacation, where they stop to get directions?
Yes.
It looks like it's out of an 80s comedy where the white family is stopping in a black neighborhood. That's what it looks like to me.
Yes. It's a little, maybe they should have had somebody help him out with this.
Yeah.
Make it a little more real, but he's a doctor.
Yes, this guy gets out of the ambulance and goes in, and he's helping a family who are just that where they live just looks like, like the people in Les Miserables would like,
right,
like would actually feel bad for these people.
Yeah, they go, oh my God,
But what's happened is the infant, this child, has had a rat bite, and he's tending to the rat bite.
Yeah, the doctor's he's so torn up about it. Like, he's the only white guy in this entire section.
Yes.
And he's just like the woman saying how their landlord doesn't care. And, clearly the landlord's a racist.
Yeah.
He's so mad.
Yeah.
They put the baby they send the baby away in the ambulance without the parents.
I know.
As the parent, I'm like, what? They just be like, bye, baby. We'll see you in a few hours.
But so this is the actor. So we've met him now. He Doctor. I call him Dr. Robert, but he's Robert, and this is the actor Robert Foxworth, who I feel like I should know, but I looked him up and he didn't do a ton, Eric. He didn't, but I think he was just on a lot of TV shows. He was on a lot of TV.
Yeah.
But
he's got a familiar,
nothing,
like handsome, gruff, bearded 70s.
Bearded. Can you talk about it? That is a beard he's got going, this guy.
Yeah.
But anyways, just a little note, Eric. He's the voice of Ratchet in all the Transformers movies, these Michael Bay Transformers movies. That's what I looked.
Ratchet?
He's the voice of Ratchet. Yeah. So anyways.
I couldn't quote a single thing Ratchet.
Neither could I, but I mean, good for him. He's
for you, buddy.
Good for you. But now a second white guy shows up, Eric, because in the midst of all this, his boss, is this his boss? This is confusing. I want to go through all this very quickly, Eric. Let's
do it,
go through this.
let's
go through this.
I have guy in suit run down. Tribes in Maine, land dispute. That's all I have.
Yeah. So his boss shows up, Eric, and says, look, hey, you want to take a 2-week vacation up to Maine because there's this logging paper plant is trying to get something through the Supreme Court. The Indians are causing a lot of problems. They say Indians here. I'm saying it.
We're going to say that because
but we'll try, Eric and I, Native Americans, but in the movie they saying Indians. But the Indians are blocking it. There's a lot of stuff. And if the Supreme Court decides a certain way, it's a big, big decision. But they need somebody to go up there and do a big report on the environmental impacts up there. Now, only thing I'll say, Eric, is why this guy, he seems like he's in an ambulance as a doctor. Why would the government send him on I don't know who, and I also don't know who he's working for. Is he working for the paper plant? Is he working for them, or is he working? These are weird questions I had. But anyways, he's going to go up there.
Unanswerable.
I don't think it's important. I don't think that's
unanswerable.
Yeah, unanswerable. So we learned this is the husband of our Maggie, our cellist.
Yep.
Because the next thing we know, we cut to their flying, Eric, over the woods, and they're heading up to Maine.
Yep. This is where the movie could trim a little bit. But I had, they're blah, blah, blahing on the plane. And I'm thinking, you going to tell him? Are you going to tell him? Oh, you're not going to tell him?
There's a lot of that in the first half of this movie where she gets on the edge of telling him, and then she pulls back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because of her last relationship with the boxer, she probably
Eric,
had
if you think about the monster in this movie with the one eye and the other one closed,
right? What do you say?
They should end the movie with her hugging him at the end. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of us. But we land at the airport, the landing strip up in the deep Maine woods there.
Yeah. You know what? When we go camping, when me and my family go camping, what we generally do is we leave my wife at home and we take an expensive plane, like a private plane, just fly out in the middle of nowhere to go camping.
That's right, because they meet on the runway. Maggie and Robert land on the runway, and there's another family. Is that his own plane? Maybe that's his own. Maybe the dad owns a plane.
Were they leaving the plane there? Yeah, I don't think so. No, I think
it's a little family. Dad, teenage daughter, younger kid. And the kid is like out of a movie from the 50s. Gee willikers, we're going camping. You guys going camping? Like
we're going to hike for 1,000 miles. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Teenage daughter doesn't look like it's going to be so much fun, though. She doesn't look like she's...
Oh, no. She's like, why did you divorce mom? That's what she's thinking.
Or she's thinking, now I understand why mom divorced you. Like, yeah.
I see.
So the dad's going to bring it up there. But in the midst of it, Eric, everybody seems fascinated by what flies in overhead, Eric. They seem just absolutely astonished by what they are seeing.
I would be. I don't often see a dog flying unless it's, Supergirl's dog. It's just a dog. They rescued a dog.
Yeah, it's in a harness and the helicopter's flying him in.
Yeah.
I was like, this dog that they're having act this part. Act.
The dog is a professional art. Do you do stunt work? Yes, I do. I stood in for Scooby-Doo.
But this dog is being flown in, and they're like, wow, have you ever seen anything like that? Have you ever... But who pulls up, Eric, but the representative from the logging company? Bethel Isley.
Okay, because I just call him the logging guy. He seems like Robert Loggia should have got this role.
Yeah, but it's
Loggia,
not
Robert Loggia. No, but it's a
Richard
similar.
Dysart,
Yes.
who is yes.
Yes. Oh, wait. Let me
Mhm.
get some popcorn here.
Okay.
Hold on. There we go. I got it. I got
Okay.
popcorn.
You do?
I'm ready.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Richard Dysart is a Popcorn Bucket Award winner now on Midnight Cinema. Yes.
I wonder if this deserves applause because I didn't even remember. There you go.
Yeah. And it's weird because the applause almost sounds like popping kernels, doesn't it? If you think about it.
Wow. I'll have to return it.
But we talked about Richard Dysart on our episode, The Thing. He plays the doctor with a very memorable scene in that movie. Very, very, very memorable.
Yep. Clear.
Yeah. Congratulations, Richard Dysart. You've been talked about twice on our podcast. So, yeah.
Popcorn Award.
His name is Isley is his name. And he comes in.
No, he's the login guy.
Yeah. He picks them up. And he's the only one in the movie with kind of a Maine accent. He kind of.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's got, he says, yeah. And he tells them the search and rescue team he doesn't talk like that. They got lost trying to find lost people. So people were lost. The search and rescue team, those guys from E.T.
The guy we saw,
Yeah. And they also got lost.
Only one who survived was the dog.
The only one survived with the dog. And the dog only said one word because it was in shock. The dog just went, Katahdin. What did you say? Katahdin. Poor dog. He's in shock.
So Isley is going to fill in all of our information here. It's like a big info dump.
It's a little bit of, low legend.
He gives us the local color. He says that the local people say it was Katahdin, right, Erik?
Which is what?
This creature. It's a creature. It's like the Wendigo. It's like a big forest creature. It's supposed to be really big. As big as a dragon with the eyes of a cat. Is that what he says?
Yep.
Yeah.
And poops like a dog.
Nope. But he says, these hikers who went missing, he has his own theory about what happened.
Oh, what's that, Art?
This is where we get into our social commentary here.
Oh, a little racism there, Art.
If you ask me, they shouldn't have sent in a rescue squad, Erik. They should have sent in a posse.
Oh, because of them indigenous peoples. All them different tribes.
The Opis.
Oh, why did they call them that, Art?
Original peoples. I guess that's what we got to call them these days because that's what they call themselves. All of them. The Passamaquoddies, the Thatties, the whatever, they all group together.
The Rigaramoles.
They all group together and they call themselves the Opis.
Yeah.
He loves saying that. But so we're getting the tensions here of the local area. And he's driving them up. And then we just have a lot of this in this movie, a long drive. I guess he's driving them up to where they're going to be staying. I love when they pass through the town. He's got the whole Maine thing. He goes, there's your dry cleaners there. And he goes, there's your bank. You can put your money in there if it fancies you.
Let's go put it in there, Don't put it in the malt shop. You don't want to do that in the bank.
Laying it on very thick, yeah. He knows about cellos, we should say, too. He knows about, she has her big cello. Yeah.
He knows all about the wood of because she brought her cello.
Yeah, well, she's got to practice. She's a pro. She's a pro.
I mean, my wife packs a little bit for vacation, but I mean, she brought a cello.
3 types of wood in that cello, Erik.
Oh, yeah.
3 types of wood. You know a lot about cellos. Can't carry a tune, though.
No.
But anyways, we're spending too much time.
Yes, we are. So they get a tour of the town and the paper company.
Yeah. Well, they get up, long drive, lot of scenery in this movie.
Driving.
Now, I will say though, photographed quite beautifully, Erik. I will say it's very good photography, but they're heading down the dirt road, they run into little blockade.
Yes. And then we got Smolder. We got the Smolder.
Yes.
It's this guy.
We meet.
Go ahead.
Hawks. Yeah. He's a young Native American, and this is Armand DeSanti just smoldering. Oh. He looks great.
He always knows something you don't. He's like,
yes.
Would you like a coffee? You're like, why? Why? Is it a special coffee? I don't know.
Yeah, great actor.
But yeah, it's trouble. And there's the Opis, as they're self-proclaimed, are all blocking the road. And they get a chain across it.
And the logging company, Mr. Isley's like, make way. And there's a lot of exchanges here. It gets really, really tense.
And we get a throwaway character for no reason, Ramona, who gets no time.
I know.
In the
She does a good job. Ramona? Good actress. Seems like a good actress.
Yeah, but she got nothing going on.
Yeah.
Because she can't compete with Smolder.
So they're informed that these people are writing up something for the Supreme Court. And Armand Asante Hawks, he says, we're taking it to a higher court.
Yeah, yes.
But then, Erik, he's really serious because Isley tells his guys who are with him, cut down the trees because they have a chain across tied to two trees blocking them. He goes, cut those trees down.
It's like his henchman, and I love the guy's name is Jethro. Jethro? I mean, like, I can't try to think of the other names of the guys. Not you, Rufus. Get Jethro.
And Hawks, our lead guy, is like, you cut my head off before you cut those trees down. And Isley goes, cut him now. It's a big tense standoff. And then Hawks picks up an axe and we have an axe chainsaw fight.
Yep.
I did not see this coming, Erik. I did not.
Right?
I didn't see this
it's
coming.
Not. Listen, guys, this is from another movie, which also a racist remark. It's just like an Opie to bring an axe to a chainsaw fight. That's, I mean, how's he going to fight Chainsaw Guy?
He does a good job, though.
He does pretty good. He should have won, if you ask me. He is this, what's his name? Jethro's like a lazy loafer, but Chainsaw wins.
Chainsaw wins, and they've got him on the ground, and the chainsaw is running right near Hawk's neck. And the way they're framing it, I'm like, what is going on? But Hawks is not relenting.
Nope.
He's lying there. They're like, do it. I was like, imagine if they cut his head.
Like, don't do it.
No, but he's like, don't let them through. Yeah.
Yeah, but they unlock the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what happens, Art? Those people, when they get drunk, they get violent. Unlike us, unlike us white folks,
unlike
right?
Jethro.
Right, Jethro? What's that?
See how violent these people are? He's the one who just ordered them to chainsaw the guy's neck. I was like...
It's right. Oh.
So I guess where they take them is up to a cottage that they're going to be staying on the lake. That seems... When they're driving up there, it's so far from civilization that it seems impractical. Like, I don't...
It's a scenic boat ride to the Evil Dead cabin.
Well, like I said, this Evil Dead cabin. Gorgeous. Like, the scenery, it looks fantastic. But... we cut into their cabin. It's and we see it's kind of nighttime. It's a little later, and we get Chekhov's gun just hanging on the mantelpiece.
Yep, there it is, along with the dead deer. Guys, if you haven't been to Maine, you watch any horror story with a cabin. That's what everybody lives in. They live in. Everybody's got a dead deer and a shotgun.
Yeah. And she goes outside. Like we see she's struggling mentally. We just see tell him.
Tell the husband, you guys are in a cabin alone. Now's the time. No, I'm just going to play my cello.
No, yeah. But Robert has decided he's going to go fishing.
Yep. It's a great bit. I remember seeing this.
For the amount he's struggling, I think the fish on the end of his line is a little small, but he's reeling it in.
Those salmon are frisky. Frisky salmon.
That's true. It is a frisky salmon. It's very frisky. But behind him, there's a duck that's kind of making a little noise behind him. And he just looks over his shoulder. The duck's like, ah. But we see that something bubbles near the duck, like a...
Yep. And then the duck is just like, it's very comical. Duck's just like, flap, it's gone.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I did kind of laugh too. Like it is
a little, when a duck it's funny. Ducks dying are funny for some reason. Flap.
And Robert pulls his fish in. He pulls the fish into the boat and he's really proud of himself. And I think this is good. I think this is done very well. All of a sudden, in the foreground, we're watching this large ass salmon kind of breaches the water. And does it make a sound? Does it make a...
I hope so.
I think it makes a little bit of a sound. That always cracks me up in movies when animals that don't make a sound.
Yeah.
Make a sound.
Spiders.
Right. I think you've said before they put like a jaguar scream in them.
Yeah. That would have been on the fish. I don't know.
But yeah, and I liked it because it looked, the size of it looked like, whoa, but it wasn't gigantic. It's not like
salmon aren't that big. It was like,
yes, but it seems like that type of thing where if you were out fishing in a boat and you saw it, you'd be like, whoa, what did I just see? Like, what is that real? Like, what is that? I remember I was, when we were kids, we were out on a canoe at the lake where we used to stay. I was out in a canoe with some people when we were fishing, and a big ass snapping turtle sort of breached the water and came up and went down. But it was so big that I just wasn't used to seeing those. And I was like, whoa. And we were both like, what is that, a sea monster? Like, what the hell was that? But this gave me that feeling.
Yeah, that feeling. I seen some big ass spiders up north. I'll tell you that. They're having dinner. Oh my God, am I gonna do this accent the whole thing? They're having dinner. Yeah, all my Maine friends talk like that. Erik, how are you?
And she cooked the salmon. We should say that. Fried it up in the skillet there. It tastes delicious.
So good.
Eating the salmon. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm gonna fish all day. And it's nighttime, and I guess remember John, sexy John.
John Hawks, yes.
Yeah, he's watching in the woods.
Is he at their cabin?
I thought he was, because...
That's what I thought too, but it seems weird.
And he's watching them along with every single other animal in the forest.
I expected Snow White to show up.
It's like 20 different animals, like, huh? Oh, look at, right? The 7 dwarves are like, hi, ho!
Yes.
Yeah.
I did feel that way.
So many. Yeah. Because there's something in the wood.
Well, all those animals, start to go like, whoa, peace out. Like they all start.
All of them, all the animals that are just around the
bears too. There's bears that take off.
Everything. Yeah. Whatever you can think of. A ferret. A marmot.
A camel, imagine if like
a camel there, yeah. Seals. Leave.
But we get a little conversation here. They're at dinner. They're having a fireside chat. They're in front of a fire. She's still not telling him, Erik.
Not going to freaking tell him. I had
great sweater. This guy has an awesome sweater on. Robert Foxworth. Yes,
it's a very 70s sweater.
Yes,
and I thought, this is sexy time. I'm like, nope. Baby talk. No,
She's basically she's talking about how I was jealous of that Indian woman. She seems so strong and courageous.
What?
And there's a whole bunch of talk like that. And then she says, it's the weirdest line. She goes, I love you. She goes, I love you so much. I wish there were more of you. So I'm like, you're trying to get this conversation
about
started.
His penis? That's a joke about the size of his penis. I wish there were more of you, hon.
But this is where we see again. He's sort of like, world terrible.
The world's terrible.
Yeah,
babies getting eaten by rats.
But Erik, they go in for the kiss, but that's not going to happen.
No,
because we're interrupted by something on the porch is screaming. Something on the porch is causing a ruckus.
Yep. You open the door and there's a raccoon. I thought it was a raccoon tied up, but the raccoon, it's like, the movie Elf, where he's like, ooh, you want a hug? It is a crazy ass. It's that raccoon. He's just pissed off. And
it looks pissed off. Like we talked about a dog actor earlier. This raccoon is like, its face, it's like, it looks, and this is before CGI, man, right? This is a trained raccoon that's in this scene.
I think it attacks Talia, right?
Oh, it's going at her neck.
Yeah.
And
in this, people love her neck.
Oh,
she's got a neck that people just love. So this raccoon's like, come here.
and he's trying to get, he gets, I think it's an oar, right? A paddle or an oar.
Yes,
and starts hitting the thing, and then he pins it up against the wall and just goes with the end of the blade of the oar, and then he does a flip move and flips it across the room into the fireplace, and you hear it go.
Yeah, dies instantly. I would think that raccoon would be like, ow, 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 and run out.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of Zombievers.
And then they just sort of are like, oh, ooh.
Wow.
And I'm like, so you're just going to let that raccoon cook in the fireplace?
Yeah, that was something, huh, honey?
Like, but like, it's just cooking in there? Like, what does that smell like, Eric?
Oh,
Like if you had a raccoon, like, cooking in the fire. Let's go to bed. Let's let the fire die down.
Fire will take care of it, hun. You listen to it crackle and pop. Gross.
But wow, what that was so something's going on there, Eric. But we're going to cut to remember our family that came up there to camp? The family?
Yeah, the father and the daughter and the son, yeah.
She's walking through the woods with, they clearly couldn't license any good pop music on here. It's she's got a Walkman type thing.
Yeah.
It's not a Walkman, though. It's a radio, like a transistor radio on her belt. Mm-hmm.
She's disco.
And I will tell you, they look hot. Not meaning attractive. They look
they're
sweaty.
None of them. All three of them are like, this was stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, we should have gone to Disney.
Yeah, even the dad is like, his shirt's all sweaty down the front. They're walking, and the dad stops. He said, turn off that radio. And they're listening for a long time. This movie takes its time. I will say that, Eric. And nothing. Okay, you can turn the radio back on, and they start going. But then we, as the audience, see across the river. What? It's just a tree moves or something?
And no, not even. All we hear is
even.
It's like a stalker.
I was like, okay. I was kind of, I know we got to check back in with them. I know technically, like, that's what they're doing in the movie, but I was like, all right, okay, I guess we're moving on.
Okay. Moving
on to a kayak race.
Yep.
But anyways, we're moving on to like a little park kayak race. We hear, Talia Shire is watching the kayaks go down. I'm just like, this is so weird. Why are we here? And what is this? There's a guy with a timer. Did you notice that? A guy with a stopwatch timer for the kayaks? Just very odd. But off on the payphone in the middle of, where is this park? There's a payphone. Dr. Robert's on the phone. And the only thing I'll say is we do hear him on the phone talking to him. And I guess there were no rabies in the raccoon is what he says on the phone. Oh,
thank goodness.
So we know that. But as they're going to their car or walking over, we see John Hawkes and the other Indian, the OP woman that was with him.
Amanda Sante.
Yes. They have a talk.
The talk, yeah.
Yeah.
So
fishermen are sick. People are sick.
People are ill. Children are born dead or deformed. And so the Talia and the doctor decide to go with them to their grandfather's mini village, I guess. A little encampment he's got.
It's almost like he's built not for the public, but like, you know how we have pioneer villages and things like that? He's built one for this tribe to preserve the way that they used to live.
Yeah,
he's
so there's
built
teepee. I get teepees is the correct term, right?
Yeah, wigwam, teepees.
Yeah,
I guess.
There's teepees there, which I've been in. They're pretty cool. And the grandfather is kind of fun. He's an old guy with smoking cigarettes.
He's got glasses, and thick glasses,
and he talks like this a little bit.
But he wants to preserve the old ways.
Yes. And he mentions underground tunnels. He's like, we got a bunch of underground tunnels here. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Which your movie brain is probably going like, okay, the underground tunnels. We got to know they're there. We're not going to show them to you right now, but you just got to know that
the indigenous people in their underground tunnels. Like, what?
But he mentions a Garden of Eden.
Yes, where everything grows big. And then they zoom in on his fingers, and where he smokes, his fingers are burned. Mm-hmm. And his daughter, is it his daughter? His granddaughter? His granddaughter.
I was trying to, okay, can you ask me a question here? Because I actually researched this afterwards. Are Hawks and Ramona, this woman's name Ramona, right? Are they a couple or are they brother and sister? Like, what's the relationship here?
Ambiguous. You decide.
Isn't it? Like, I never quite.
They never kiss or hold hands.
No. So
maybe they're going through something. Maybe they're going through it. But his fingers are burning. He doesn't feel anything. And he also says, here, everything grows big. And he leads them to this lake. I remember this in the movie.
Okay.
When I was seeing it in the movie theater, I was like, ooh. And then he starts talking again about Katahdin.
Yes.
And I have seen him, and he bears the mark of each of God's creatures. Spoiler, does he?
Well,
does he,
the original script, the original script the screenwriters talked about this. He's actually the same guy who wrote The Omen. He wrote this. But he said that his original script, the idea, the concept for the creature, was more like some creatures we've seen in other things, Eric, where it does look like different things at different times, different creatures. More like probably The Thing.
That'd be
or
cool.
something like that.
Cool.
But that was his original concept, and then it changed, like you
Something
said.
happened.
Something happened, and it changed. We'll see our creature.
We will. But he's talking about Katahdin, and then there's logs. The logging place we talked about, the paper mill. Mm-hmm. There's logs in the water here, and there's something in the water, and he's like, that will show you why we call this the Garden of Eden.
Yes,
it's like ooh,
and Hawks, I think, gets like a little net and goes into the water.
Yep,
and he pulls out a tadpole. But it's a big, like, I'm like, what is the frog gonna look like that comes from this tadpole?
I know, it's kind of a little teaser. I'm just going, okay, well, wait a minute. They're setting us up. They got a big fish, a baby size. It's like an 8-pound tadpole.
Because think about what tadpoles are like in real life, how small they are.
Yeah, this frog would just suck you right in. Like,
yeah. And it's interesting, Eric, 70s, this was the time, we should say, of a lot of this eco-horror stuff. Like, we're fucking up the environment, and it's going to come back, and we're going to find out. We're fucking around. We're FAing, and we're going to FO.
Yeah, there's little teasers like there's stuff on the trees, and then the doctor's like, these roots should be underground. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
ooh.
Things are not right in the landscape here. This is where it's interesting for me, Eric, just as a side note, thematically, what they're doing here. The grandfather is sort of like, this is the place where everything's untouched, so it's all growing big. But is it? Like, it's just it's weird things mixing thematically. Yeah. But he says, where do these logs come from? The doctor. He says, well, there's logs that are in the river here. And they're like, oh, they come from the paper plant they're putting together.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cut to overhead shot of the big paper plant with all its logs and machinery. But they're going to get a tour of the paper mill from Isley.
Yep. And Isley, they're going back and forth because the doctor's going, what's in the paper? What's in the chemicals? And he's like, no, it's all natural. Yep. Everybody wants white paper.
Yeah. So we need to use bleach, but it never gets out of the facility.
Yeah. He goes, oh, you got to write a report? You know how many sheets of paper you need for that report? 100,000 sheets of paper. But no, you're complaining. And he's like, we don't use nothing. Go test
Everybody
the water.
wants their paper, but nobody wants to cut down the trees.
Yep.
He's kind of got a good point, but it
is a point that I make a lot where people are like, we won't get into that. Come on.
Where the doctor does get him, we will say, where the doctor does kind of stump him here is he says, where do you store logs when you have backups? And they say, oh, streams, ponds, places like that. But it's good because then the wood soaks and it makes it better for mulching and things like that. And he says, do you soak them in any chemicals? No.
How dare you talk to me like that?
Yeah, how dare you? Test the water yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. But they go out and they're stepping in the mud and what's her name? Talia Shire. What's the girl's name?
Maggie is their name in the movie.
There's silver stuff on her boot. The doctor notices.
Yes.
So he's like,
then
it's mercury.
That's right. We cut to nighttime and I don't know where he got all these books from, but Robert is reading a ton of books and stuff and doing research. It's almost like he has the internet, but he didn't have the internet in 79. He's learning all about methyl mercury poisoning, which is a real thing. These are
I was afraid of mercury after this movie.
Yeah.
We had thermometers and we break them open and play with the mercury. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
It destroys the brain.
That's like my dad said in the shoe stores, they used to have a little thing where you could put your foot on there and the x-ray would show go through your foot or something like that. And you could see the bones in your feet. And he goes, now we're probably all have cancer, all of us kids, because we'd be like, oh, look at that. Look at that.
That's so cool.
But he talks about a town in Japan where this happened and they had birth defects and they had all these things. He's sort of dictating into a tape recorder. But that's a real case, actually. When I was reading about the movie, that the thing he talks about, really bad. So he believes that they're using methyl mercury to soften the logs, and he's starting to realize this is bad, man, because it's like it's affecting everything.
Yeah, making
Meanwhile,
babies freaks, and his wife's like, "Oh shit, oh shit."
yes. Well, I want to say to you, for me, this worked for me. This confluence of these themes and what's going on in the movie, because we have the animals, we're seeing that it's all. But as you are right, as she's sitting there silently and we're watching her, that's the horror. That is the terror. Forget monster movie. It's horrifying as she's realizing we ate that salmon and I have a baby inside of me. And I really felt that. I did in this moment. The way they constructed the scene, I did. And anyways, that I really
talk about how the parts of different when the baby's in there, you change as you're going. There's different parts. So like there's mutations that will stick.
Yes.
So she's thinking my baby's going to be like this freak. And, he's looking up the creature. He's like, is this Katahdin real? Parts of all the creatures. I'm really looking forward to seeing Katahdin, just so you know. I'm ready.
And I think Talia Shire does a good job in this moment. I'm really riveted by this. So for the movie, I know a lot of people think this movie is a B movie, everything. And it does take off on a lot of things, Erik. Social commentary, industrial eco, and a monster movie. So I think it's trying to do a lot. But here's where it works for me. I think it all works right here.
Yep. We do have to move forward a little bit, Art, because I know we're gonna start falling.
Well, no, but here we go, Erik.
Stuff I want to talk about.
Well, this is it. We're at the halfway point of the movie. We've been in this movie for a while.
I know. We're waiting for for this monster.
But here we are, Erik. We're at remember our campers? We're here. This is
all sleeping outside are the little campers, and our little kid with a zip up sleeping bag that just shows the face. Yeah, I love that. Here's where the movie succeeds because they just stretching out almost the boredom before a scare.
Yes.
Like, okay, how many times are they going to show the faces of these people sleeping? Give me a break.
Oh my God. Yes, I agree.
But it's worth it because all of a sudden you get monster bear. I don't know what I'm looking at. Jump scare. It's like a bear fell into a meat grinder. I mean, it's like
on the set they called it Pizza Bear, but that's
right. It's just you're not sure what you're looking at here.
Yeah,
this is my favorite. One of my most memorable scenes.
I will let you describe it then. I will just say we see the daughter wakes up, and the dad wakes up, like the camera's going into his mouth, sort of the dad screaming.
Yep.
And then the boy wakes up, though.
Yes.
The boy wakes
up.
This
is PG-13. So what? PG, it's PG.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 13. PG. So if it was rated R, I can only imagine. But the kid tries to hop away. The kid gets up and starts hopping away. It's comical, in fact. And the freaking bear monster just goes and whacks him. He goes flying into a rock. Like it's all of the feathers, every single feather comes out of that sleeping bag, just like, I mean, thousands of geese died for this sleeping bag because it has got incredible amount of down.
Yeah.
And there's no blood, but the feathers do the job.
And Erik, they, like everything else in this movie, they hold the shot as those feathers drift down the dead boy in the sleeping bag. It's like, we're just going to be still for a second and just,
it is quite memorable.
And that's it. So that's the first time we see the creature, and it's like 58 minutes into the movie or something like that.
And it's still quick. You still only catching a glimpse of it.
Didn't see much. So we cut to the doctors at the village taking blood samples of all the people, and the rangers show up with Isley.
Yep, our logger.
A posse or something shows up because these campers disappeared or were murdered. The campers were murdered.
They found that, they instantly found this murdered family. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're of course it's the Opies that are doing it. So it's like, all right, we call out your name, step forward.
And Hawks, Armand DeSanti is like, no way, catch me, dude. He runs into a cabin and jumps out through a window in the back.
Yeah, it's breaking the glass. Yeah, after decking a guy in the face. Boom!
Yeah.
He's not being caught.
And
one of my favorite lines is the logger's like, the evidence is at the hospital in some baskets.
So
like there's some pieces.
Isley's there, and I don't know what happened to him on this day, but Isley's hair, Richard Dysart's hair, is going out of control.
Throughout the movie, it gets more...
It gets more crazy.
Bigger. Yeah. It's like
but he's like, round up those other OPs. We'll get him later. And they take off. So in the meantime, Ramona got the location. She overheard the location of where the campers were killed. So somehow Dr. Robert and Maggie and Ramona get a helicopter? Like, where did they
just get a Maine helicopter?
Yeah. But anyways, they fly in the helicopter to the campsite, to the,
Yeah, and they see there's a storm coming. We got to have that pressure. The helicopter pilot's like, I can't stay here for long, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But they go in. What I liked was, because we don't know about the monster really yet, so they're showing trees ripped up, and you see rips, and it's like, oh, it's too deep for a bear to do that. And then they look up even higher, like much higher.
Yes.
And he gets a stick or something, right? And he pulls down a piece of flesh. He goes, what do you think, a bear? And Ramona's like, nah.
That's not a bear.
Way,
and then Hawks is there. Hawks is suddenly there.
Yeah, he shows up.
Yeah. And they show him the scalpy thing.
Yeah.
But what is it? Do they ever say what the hell that is? They made a big deal out of it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what is it?
I guess it's something. So we're going to our thing of like, it's comprised of a bunch of different things, right?
We don't know.
Meanwhile, back at the helicopter, Maggie is like not doing well. She's getting sick.
She's preggers.
And the helicopter
she tell her
pilot
husband yet?
No, still has not told the husband.
No.
The helicopter pilot is like, I got some stuff here that you can take.
Ammonia.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? He's like, here, sniff this. Be good for the baby.
But he's also like, this storm is getting worse. I don't think I'm going to be able to take off. And this is the oddest segue. He's like, remember I told you about those poachers? Look over there. They got these nets across the river.
Catches everything.
Catches everything.
Okay.
So she's like, I'm about to throw up or something, but she's like, I got to get out of this helicopter with this idiot. And so she goes over to the nets. They're nets kind of strung across.
And it's raining.
A river.
He is soaked.
Yes. And she goes over and she looks and we just see her face and she screams. And that alerts. So Robert, Ramona, and Hawks come over and the helicopter pilot, and they look down at what's caught in the net.
It's these critters. They're like baby monsters. Basically what you might see, the thing you saw on the poster, it's this it's baby size, about 9 to 11 pounds, bear monster, it's alive thing going. And it's a practical effect. So, and then the other one is dead. It's like just waterlogged dead.
And that one has wolf features, kind of. One of its things is a paw, and half of its face looks like a wolf, maybe, or something, right? Like it's not exactly the same as the other one. But it's dead. Yeah, one of its paws like floating in the water.
Yeah.
Like that. They did a good job there, the creatures people, I thought.
I think it's great. I ate it up when I saw this little guy.
And the sound is haunting. Like you said, it is.
It's like an It's Alive baby, except worse.
Now Ramona's like, kill that thing, put it out of its misery.
Yep.
Like,
no, they got to take it. It's evidence.
Yeah.
Take them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get them someplace warm.
Yeah. And they can't take off, like the pilot said. So now they're stuck there for a few hours.
Yeah.
So they have to go to the grandfather's village?
The little village that they had there. They get there, and then they set up like a MASH unit there for this baby bear.
I love how the great effort. We got to warm it up.
Yeah. They're really working to save this
stuff.
And what we're seeing here, they're really calling this out with their camera shots, things like that. We see Maggie is really connecting with this mutant baby bear cub. She's having some sort of an emotional connection, that mothering thing
I would
here.
think she would go, oh shit, my baby's going to be like that. I can't get near it. But she's like, no, let me mother it.
Same, Eric. I was like, oh my God, this is what, my baby's going to look like.
And so we got also...
Imagine the baby playing Little League and stuff.
Come on, you can do it, buddy. Instead of running to first base, it tries to eat the umpire. No.
For holding up the thing first day of school, like first grade. Like
they call him Jethro. No, Jethro.
But so they got him in a thing, and Dr. Robert, they give him a little like IV, Eric. They give the
really
mutant bear like an IV with a...
He's got his widow paws all wrapped up, in the awful.
But it's still making that. It's still going like.
It is a Muppet baby. It's a puppet, but it's like if the Muppets just had mutant babies.
And we had a Gary Oldman moment. Did you notice, Eric, where Dr. Robert's like, bring him in here. Get everybody. The papers. The people from the paper mill. The sheriff. I want everyone.
Yeah, but John Amondasante's like, no, sheriffs.
Yeah.
And also pointing out the helicopter pilot is here, and then two runaways, two guys that escaped apparently with John Hawkes. They took off too. So you got two unnamed guys
that we don't see a lot. Like you have to pay attention to catch that they're even here.
Yeah, which is is it a trope art? Trope time where you introduce characters.
Like fusing them in for the body count, right, Eric?
Like campers and no backstory, except we know the girl likes music and hates camping.
Yeah. So
but Storm's gone and it's nighttime.
Yeah. And the ground is completely
dry.
Everything is dry as a bone.
That's what happens up in Maine.
Yeah.
Finally, what'd you say? An hour into the movie? Oh, guess what? Guess what, honey? Speaking of this deformed mutant creature, I'm preggers and I ate the fish. So what do you think? Should we homeschool?
Nightmare is just beginning for them.
How many shots do you need of people eyeballing the mutant baby? They did a shot of every single person like, oh.
But it's acting up with his little IV. And we do have a moment here. It's interesting because Dr. Robert was just actually alluding to abortion. And then bear baby starts acting up. And then, you see a lot of looks around the tent, and it looks like they might be thinking, let's put this thing out of its misery. Is that where you thought that was going?
I just think it's like they had to give everybody FaceTime. It's like, how many seconds do we need to put you on camera?
Especially Hawks. Hawks has a look like, I think we should just smother that thing. Everybody leave the tent. I'll handle it.
I'll tell you what. I'll smolder in here by myself.
Yeah.
He even looks over and he's like, ooh, bow and arrows. Oh, maybe I could take the baby out with that.
But then Isley arrives with the sheriff and a couple of guys.
Jethro's got to be there.
Jethro's there, yeah.
And you remember the tunnels? Oh, the tunnels. John, he's like, I'm going in the tunnels. I'll hide in there. How come they're not going to arrest the other two guys? Or Ramona? Is he the only one they're after?
Well, we don't have time, Eric, because it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Suddenly...
Yes, it's an attack of the grandfather. No, this is a good one that I want to overlook because something's in the woods and it's like, what is that? And it's the grandfather in like a coat.
Yes.
And he just is like, ha ha, almost.
Yeah.
Then a second later, monster bear jump scare. He's coming and he's a lumber. You know what this creature reminds me of? The way it attacks is like a wrestler. Like World of Wrestling. Oh, it comes out every time.
And this is where I think this movie had problems when it was first released, because I think they're struggling with how to shoot this thing, Eric, and have the terror, but I think it's a tough one, right? Do you think
they should have aliened it, kept it as far from the camera as they could.
Yeah,
because
they're not showing much of it, Eric, but it's enough
when they show it, your mind goes, wait, what was that? wait, it's just a big bear that has fallen too many times, right? It's like the clumsiest bear ever. He's like, shit, my face, because he's walking on 2 feet, which
Yeah.
we'll point out, it's not walking on all fours. It is a dude in a giant, it reminds me of those blow up T-Rex costumes today. That's how it walks. We're inflatable T-Rex. You're like, do. But it comes
Apparently,
out of the woods.
the guy doing it, right, inside the suit is one of the guys. He's done a few other things like Predator and things like that, right?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Like, who do we get a big guy that we can put in a suit? But it doesn't, I guess, if we think it kills 2 guys right away. And I'm not even sure who the 2 guys are. They're just
I think you're thinking what,
Oh!
But, and then mayhem. The Jeep catches on fire and big explosions. And this all happens, we should tell people, very fast. It's all just quick cuts, screaming things. And then
explosions. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then everybody's like, the tunnels, got to get down inside the tunnels. So they're going down there. But the helicopter pilot gets swatted, right? Yeah, he gets swatted.
This bear monster likes to swat. He gives you the the alcoholic dad slap. He's like, "Come here, you." What's the matter with you?
But Dr. Robert, he goes out and saves the helicopter pilot, drags him back down into the tunnels. Yeah.
Barely. Yeah. And there's fire now all over the place.
Yeah, and then now we're down in the tunnels. They're all in the tunnels,
which are kind of crouchy tunnels. They're not.
Yes.
They're like
they're like the tunnels you would build when you were a kid if you built like an underground fort.
Yes, and you had all the time in the world.
Yes.
But what I liked was this one. It was really building up suspense because they had to. Because I guess they just couldn't show what's happening up there. Would be too bad.
Yes.
But they're all listening, and you hear the monsters going really out of breath. You know why? Because he's like 40 pounds overweight when you look at him. He's like drinking way too many beers. But and then every now and then you hear like, oh, like who is that?
I was trying to do the math in my head of who we were hearing up there, because we have to be clear. Grandpa didn't make it down into the tunnels. Grandpa's not in the tunnels. So every one of those screams, I guess you're supposed to wonder, is that the grandfather up there?
I was just trying to figure out who the heck it was. Yeah. Like, is it the 2 Opies? They're like, no, they're down there, I think. Or is one of them down? I don't know.
And really in these shots, yes, because they're all quiet down there and they're looking and cutting to each one of them. And Erik, couple of your favorites.
Your favorites. I can't unsee them now. While I was watching the movie, I'm like, like 10 of them.
For those of you wondering, I like little split diopter shots. It's where they do like 2 shots that different focal lengths. It shouldn't make sense, but one person's very in the foreground and the other person is in the background, but they're both in focus, and you can sometimes even see the seam on it. But they have a lot of those in here as they're all listening. Yeah,
and I don't even care. I don't give a shit about the split diopter, but now I do. Because I'm looking at it, go, oh.
But yes, it's a lot. I was looking to watch minutes that were down here underneath. And we should say Bear Baby is acting up.
Yeah, they're trying to quiet the baby. Like, shh.
Maggie's trying to,
which is
she's got it to her breast now. Like,
it is not like it's a monkey. It is a monster bear that she's treating like it's
her child.
A child, like you would do for that raccoon, like you would ever try to coddle the raccoon. But she's like, no, this thing with half a mouth, I'm going to hold it close to me.
Yeah. It's like, there, quiet. But they're all trying. So, and this was part of this, Erik, it's going to go on. Is the bear looking for its cubs? Is that what we're supposed to think here?
We don't know at this point because well, wait, no, we do, because remember the other bear?
Oh, the dead one.
It picks it up in its mouth.
That's right. And leaves.
We're thinking, okay, maybe it is the baby.
Well, but they all downstairs think it's gone.
What?
And
really,
the sheriff, man of action. Sheriff is a man of action, Erik. The sheriff, and he gets up and he goes over really carefully and ascends the little wood ladder. And he does not get his head 2 inches out of that hole.
Yep.
And we don't see it from above ground, everybody. We
Nope.
just see it from underneath. And he gets pulled up out of the thing and then dropped back down. And his face is all messed up. So that didn't go too well.
This is another one of those times I'm like, what is the monster doing? And this bear monster had to be, he's up there going, stomping around like he's a dad, playing hide and seek with his kids. And then he's all quiet. Shh, 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 shh. And he's waiting at the hole. He's like, come on, come on. The guy sticks his head up. He's like, yes.
He doesn't eat him. He just mauls him.
He knew what this bear knew. She maybe knew what she was doing because, now we think it's got to be a mom because of gravity.
I guess that's the end of it. Yeah, because she picks up the dead cub and heads off. Yeah. And then we get a great shot of the grandfather watching the campground with his glasses, and they have the flaming campground reflected in his glasses.
I thought it was cool, but it didn't touch him. Too. The bear didn't.
No.
So what's up with that?
And he wasn't hiding. He's just standing there. Mm-hmm.
Is it Katahdin?
Yes.
Now, is it 3? Does that make 3 people dead? The sheriff and the 2 guys up there, right?
Well, the hikers.
Well, I mean, 3 people in this scene are dead.
I guess.
Right?
We heard. I tried to do the math. I really did, Eric,
3.
and I don't know. So next morning, they're gonna hike to the village. Not this fake village that the grandfather set up. They're gonna go to the actual village.
Not the
but
tourist
it's a long
attraction.
way. But they got to bring the helicopter guy. They got to carry him, and he's a big dude too.
Yeah, he's down for the count.
I believe they said he was in a coma. I believe he said that, which we're going to get to later because I just thought
I don't know.
Okay, but he's a heavy guy for them to have to carry on a stretcher through the woods,
which they make.
Yeah, they make a stretcher.
You said about what's the log man's name?
Isley,
when you mentioned his hair now.
He had a rough night.
It's almost comical. It's all over the place.
But he says, because they said at the village they're not going to have any communication there or something, I guess. And Isley said there's a microwave tower, and I can hike to the microwave tower. I guess a microwave tower. I never heard of that, but and I can get there. And he acts like it's a big whole thing, Eric. He's like, let me do this. Yeah. Let me do this to Robert. I guess he's going to atone for everything he's done.
By going to the tower to get help. And once he gets to the tower, is it just a tower? Does he think there's walkie-talkies there?
Maybe there's some way. He said all the communications run through there.
Okay.
But I guess, is there a way you can communicate?
Right. How are you going to plug in something? But I think there's six people now in the group? We got
Hawk, we got Ramona.
Yeah, it's 2.
Robert and Maggie.
That's the couple.
Bear Baby is coming along.
Baby, yeah. So we got 4, and then
there's 2 other. Is there another? There's another guy, right?
I think it's the 2 Opies, right?
Yeah. So they're not the ones who died up above.
I guess
they're not.
Yeah, I don't think so. So we got 6 people.
6 people, and they're going to hike to the village. Meanwhile, Isley's heading up to the tower.
He's working. He's working hard.
He's working. Oh, yeah. But we hear the bears kind of lumbering through the trees. We're cutting to Isley. And then Isley finds the dead bear cub that Mutant Bear took off with. And it's got flies all over it.
Yeah. Why would the bear bring it to the tower area?
Don't know. And then leave it there with all those flies around it.
I don't get. Okay, whatever.
So you can see Isley is like, oh, shit.
That means the bear's around, right? Bear monster.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's like... Suddenly, over the trees, it it
loves to jump scare this bear.
It really does.
For a bear that comes out of nowhere, it's waiting. I swear to God, it just likes to stand behind doors and go like when you walk by.
And like you said, very quick. They're always trying to. How can we cut quickly from it? We don't want to show it too much.
Like, here it is.
But if you freeze frame on this jump scare. You're suddenly like, okay, we have some scale issues in this movie. We have some issues with how big is this creature? Like, because some scenes it's gigantic and other scenes it seems like a regular bear size, kind of. It's a little tough to pin down.
I guess this is the time to say it.
Yeah.
But in New Hampshire, every time we're going on, when we're going on the ski lifts in the summer or in the winter, we're up in the ski lifts and we're looking on either side of us and we're like, every time we're like, are we high enough that the prophecy bear can get us if it comes out of the woods? We could never determine whether the prophecy bear could get us on the ski lift. Like it was like,
yeah.
But this little baby and it's tossing it up towards us.
They work together and the raccoon.
Get him.
He throws the raccoon up.
He starts throwing.
That's the thing. Then you're going to jump down from the ski lift because the raccoon's up there.
And he gets you. The prophecy bear. But so the monsters chase him and he does his best acting to get to the thing. And it's of course it's locked up. It's locked. The gate's locked.
But there's a gigantic space under the gate, which I saw when he ran up. But it took him, I swear, 5 minutes to discover that space under the gate.
Yeah, what kind of idiot his age is going to climb the fence with barbed wire on it? He's just dummy.
But he goes under it. And then we see the shadow of the bear.
Yep.
And it kind of leans over and we get the big,
yeah. But because it's PG, we don't see him eaten in half, which would be great. So he's dead. He's gone. He's done.
Yeah. So our other troop there, they get to the village, but the village is abandoned. Everybody's gone. There's nobody there.
Another one of those moments where I'm like, really? Do we have to see this happen? And does the actor really want to do this however many times the director told him to? But Armand Asante is scouting. And he is just running and lumbering down what looks like excavation sites for logging.
And a few of the things he does, I'm like, I'm sure it's him.
It is.
But he's like jumping over rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
And
like, go, Armand.
And then he finds like a Jeep, like a big Jeep with like an open back.
Yeah, kind of industrial.
It looks like you go on a safari, safari ride in.
Or it's Disney Avatar Kingdom, Magic Kingdom.
Yes, Matt. Yeah. And he comes back and he says, hey, I found a truck. And he says it's like a tank and it could go through anything. And I was like, is it though? I'm like,
a tank with a sunroof?
And also, just as a side note, Eric, this is where you talk about economy of the storytelling. Like you said, he should have just said, hey, I'm going to go to Scout. And they had a conversation. And then he drives back up with the... right? He comes in with it, right?
He may have been open-shirted. So that may have been the whole reason for that. Speaking of sexy people, Art, like let's say we wanted more movies with sexy people and hear you and me talk about sexy people in movies. How would we?
So sexy people talking about sexy people in movies. Yeah. So Eric, if you did want to hear that, you could go to our website, midnightcinemapod.com.
Oh.
And you can see all of our old episodes. There's some sexy ones in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Male and female. Whatever you guys want us to
talk about. They're in there. Yeah. And also, Eric, we are sexily on every podcast platform.
So
like we're out there. We're spreading our sexiness everywhere.
Yeah, we're smoldering. Where are we smoldering?
Yeah. Apple Podcasts.
Ooh.
A little smoldering over on Spotify.
Yeah. Oh,
and then, Eric, you can go to YouTube and really get steamy over on YouTube.
Yeah, you can see our image just not moving.
That's right, Eric.
Oh, like the prophecy bear, where we've already stopped it for you. You can eyeball us up and down.
And once you break the spell of our sexiness, we'd love to hear a review about us. So you can write us a review, comment, let us know how you like the show. And reviews actually help us get the word out. So please leave a review.
And helps us be sexier, helps us feel sexier. Oh.
So Eric, they're going to leave to head back to civilization in this truck at night. They're riding in this janky ass truck. Helicopter pilot, I'll remind you, is on there on a stretcher.
He's strapped to the top. They couldn't fit him in. Why is he on the top? I hope he's in a coma, Art.
He's like the grandmother, the aunt in Vacation, right? He's like,
It's like being on the back of an ATV and you're not the driver. He must be like, oh God.
Oh, because those trucks, you've gone on safari and stuff. Oh. You're like, oh my God, you're dead.
Worst place to put him up at the top.
Yeah. So they're going another very extended scene, Eric. They're stretching out
Writhing.
I will say I admire the style and what they're doing because they've got a light on the top on the truck. You know, you got those pivoting lights. And so like our opening, they're using the light going around on the trees and going, but
who is
man,
operating the light? Who is doing that?
It looks like the doctor is maybe, I think, like, but
or unnamed Opie.
yeah, and Maggie in the back has the baby mutant bear. She's really bonding with that thing.
And that baby's like, you can almost hear it going, Mama, well, do you think I'll have a baby look like me? Will my brother or sister look like me, Mommy?
Oh, God.
We'll see if he has duck feet, honey.
But this goes on very long time. Very, very long. They're driving through the woods.
I guess it's worth it.
Yep. Because do you notice the score dropped out 2 seconds before? Yeah.
Yes, I notice that now all the time because of you. I'm going to use it in my short film because of you.
Okay.
Like we know everybody when that score drops, get ready. Get ready. Because we got bird jump scare. There it is.
Yeah. The light is illuminating our mutant bear is there. I guess it moves fast.
It is like a freaking linebacker running down the field. That's what the bear looks like when it's running.
It does. It's borderline. It's linebacker waddle.
Yes.
So it can sometimes not look so good. But I meant it followed them from the village. They're in a truck. It just right there. Yeah.
Just maybe it has little wings that it sprouts like.
But at the same time that the bear jump scares, our little mutant baby bear bites Maggie on the neck.
Well, here we go. She's got a luscious. She should never go to Transylvania. That's what I'm thinking. Because everybody loves her neck.
Yeah.
The raccoon, her husband probably, mutant baby bear. And she should be dead. Because he's got like wolf teeth. And the bear freaking knocks the Jeep on its side. So much for the transportation.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
So they take off. And this is my favorite. John Hawkes, Armand Assante, is going to save the helicopter guy. Because the helicopter guy is strapped to the truck. And he goes over and then he looks and mutant bear is coming. And he takes thinks about it for 2 seconds. And then he's like, peace out. You're on your own, helicopter guy.
Sorry. And
mutant bear comes over and he blocks our view, mutant bear, as he leans over the helicopter guy.
Yep.
And we hear the loudest crunch. Like it's like as if a giant took a bite of an apple, like a Red Delicious. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and it walks away and the guy's head is gone. PG, head is gone.
Just wanted the head.
He just wanted it's like the headless horseman. It came back for the pilot's head.
But what I was talking about earlier, Eric, was he said the helicopter pilot's in a coma, but then the helicopter pilot clearly sees the mutant bear coming at him. And I was like, did he just wake up from his coma? Imagine if he woke up from his coma, Eric, and he's like, why am I strapped to a truck? What the fuck? Why is this bear coming at me?
Why aren't you cutting me down? All these 3 things in his mind.
At once.
At once. He should have just stayed in a coma. It would have been, if this was a comedy, Hawks would have been like, gotta go. And the pilot would be like, you asshole.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. But now we got a bear chase. So there's 5 people, right? 5 people left. We got the couple, the 2 couples.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
grandfather
and oh my God, the grandfather's still with them. Yeah,
grandfather's still with us. Yeah,
and then
Robert and Maggie, right? Yeah,
Robert, Maggie. Yeah, so 5 people.
So they're running and they chase through the woods, Eric, and then they get to the lake, like the river or the lake, and it looks like. I have in my notes, it looks like a Hammer film lake to me. It looks like the Mummy, the pond, the swamp from the Hammer Mummy.
Yeah, mist.
Yeah, mist on it.
Everywhere. There's a little light at the end across the lake. You're like, ooh.
And you can tell it's not a real lake because the way the water's kind of smooth. Yeah. So you're on a set or a sound stage.
But I have to say, Tim Burton, when you make sets, it's an eeriness that you don't have in reality. So I like the fact that this lake seems like it's a character.
Yeah. And across the way, that cottage, that's their cottage, right? That we saw earlier.
Is it their cottage?
Yeah, it is, because we're going to see our Chekhov's gun.
Okay.
I think later.
Thank you, because I was like, where are they going?
Yeah.
And how
so I guess conveniently the truck accident happened near there.
It's so, Maine's pretty small.
It is. It actually is pretty small compared to a lot of states.
Yeah,
think about it,
Eric. Probably just circled around. Nobody gets lost in Maine. But they're going to swim. I love they're all in full clothing. They're going to swim across the lake.
And Maggie still has mutant bear baby.
How do you swim holding a baby?
I don't know.
And she doesn't give up because this baby was already sucking on her neck, and the baby's still like, you know what? Okay.
Yes. Is it because its mother's nearby? I don't know, but it goes at her neck again. Yeah.
This is one of those movies, Art, where usually I'm like, don't tell me, don't telegraph it. But this one does never say, it must be the baby, her baby.
No.
They never say it.
But that's the end of baby, because Dr. Robert is like, her husband Robert is like, drown that baby. Like, ooh, they're just talking about abortion earlier, and he's like,
he's like, drowned that. Not probably good for future parenting.
Yeah.
Maybe they should just
not.
They shouldn't.
But it needed to be done, because that thing was good. She would die. Like if she.
I'm surprised she's not dead, because we've seen so many movies where you get ripped in the neck, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
But
grandfather they look back. Grandfather's still on the shore, still like knee deep in the water, facing down the mutant bear. Is it Katanid?
He says it. He's like, Katanen. Like he's ready to talk to Katanen. And
yes.
As you probably know, I have a hard time when elders get offed in a movie. And when I first saw this, I was like, oh no. I remember being very upset with this, because I thought Katanen's going to be like, yeah, all right, you stay there. I'm going to go after your family.
Yeah, because earlier he didn't get touched in the campground.
He did not.
Yes,
he did
right.
Not.
So normally you might say in a movie, oh, this is dumb. But he had every reason to believe that he might get a pass on this one.
Get a pass. Katana pat him on the head. Oh, you're a good guy. And then he goes after, not you. You did a good job.
No.
No.
Now we're seeing it from far away. We're from far away. We see this.
Another reason, I guess, budget or whatever, but yes, but still kind of horrific, because Katanen's got our grandfather. We can laugh about it now.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm over it now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's tossing the grandfather around like the rag doll that was probably on set.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, tossing it around
in his mouth. It reminded me about the Thing a little bit, like the guy that was head first. He's like, whoa. He ate that guy up. He's like, no.
And they're all watching it from the other side. Ramona wants to swim back, and Hawks grabs her, and she's
so I guess we got four people left.
Yeah, so they get to the other side, and they're watching, and then Katana is coming after them. It's lumbering across the lake, the misty lake there.
It's really cool. It's from a distance, which was probably a good idea, everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Way distance too, I have to say. It's very far away.
They swam that distance.
Yeah.
Fully dressed.
He gets down and going, the water's getting higher and higher and higher, and then his head goes underwater.
Yep.
Looks a little, can I say, but by this time when he gets close, he looks a little like it's a Freddy Fazbear head. It kind of looks like right before he goes under, when it's close enough to see.
Yeah, sure. Maybe
he kind of looked like that. Yeah.
I wish my kids were here. Yeah, they could give me an example. Yeah. But the doctor, they're all holding each other, and he's like, it's drowned.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the doctor's like, you're drowned. Yeah. But then we see the bubbles, and then we're like,
I loved it.
And then It's another, like you said, this guy likes to make an entrance.
It does. It knows. Yeah. It knows. I bet it was under the water going, I'll wait. It's crouching, even though it could stand up. It's crouching under the water. Like, I'm going to get him. I'm getting
Has the little reed that it's breathing through.
Like, here we go. Surprise!
It jumps her!
I should have counted all the bear jump scares. I should have counted. I think we're up to 5.
Oh, that would have been a good one for you. Yeah.
5. I think it's, I'm going to guess 5.
It rises up, and so they head into the cabin, Eric. Is this the fastest boarding up of a place that we've covered? They go into the cabin, and they start immediately cracking furniture apart and boarding it up.
Oh, they're taking tables, everything.
But they do it really quickly, almost like they've rehearsed it, like they've practiced it.
I will point out that she was gnawed on by this thing, and she's okay. Twice she was gnawed on.
Yeah, and Dr. Robert takes down the gun off the mantelpiece.
Oh, there you go.
And we should say Hawks the whole time has had some arrows.
Yeah,
a bow and arrow the whole time.
A big ass bow and arrow, and apparently none of the arrows floated out while they were swimming.
So they're all in there, and then we have another. This movie likes to do it, Eric. Tense moment where they're all crouched in the house and
outside
looking, going face to face to face to face.
I swear to God, the bear, it's not doing it to be scary. It's out of breath. And the bear is outside. I think it's probably pacing around with its hands on its hips going, all right, what am I going to do here? Because it's taking a shit ass amount of time.
Getting the water out of its ears?
Yes. It's like, God damn it. It's cracking its neck. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, it's taking a pee because the water was cold. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to kill them in a second.
But Eric, is he going to come through the window? Is he going to come through the door?
Through the door?
Is he gonna,
Hell no, because its size has increased right now. Because it was probably, I don't know, anywhere between 12 and 26 feet at any given point. So right now it's about 20-ish.
Yeah.
Because it just smashes through the ceiling. Just wrecks it. What a shitty architecture this is on a cabin in the woods, a Maine cabin. Wow.
Yeah, comes right through the roof, so Hawk starts shooting at it with the bow and arrow.
Yep.
And but then it pops up again, and then it takes half the house off. It takes like a whole wall comes down.
Yeah. And we got to get rid of characters that we don't care about anymore. So
I know, but
I was like with a piece of wood and that's it. She's out for the duration.
But then Hawks is shooting an arrow at it, and then he's trying to reload.
It is a great moment because they run out of the house. And he does shoot an arrow in Pudge Bear, which we can clearly see now is way too many donuts in the trash can because this is a fat ass bear. No wonder
so
why.
That's where you were right. Then he's on a breath all the time. This guy, he's doing the couch to 5K, like he's doing the
This bear's metabolism sucks. And now is the point. Now it's time to kind of point out all of the stuff where they're like cat's eyes and all these mutations and this and that, and this just looks like a big beer drinking fat ass bear that got into a car accident.
Yes.
And never went to the emergency room because
it's not even, he doesn't even have like a tail,
it's half of its face is mutilated.
Melted. It looks almost like melted.
But there's no deformities.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm like, where's all the stuff you guys talk about? I wanted to see like lizard ridges but it's just a big old fat retired football player bear.
Well, it's a good point because what they're building this up for, what you'd want to see here when you're starting to see it in full is like, what is that? You'd want that expression of like, oh my God. Like The Thing, when you watch The Thing, you can't wrap your mind around what it is.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But no, it's our big bear. And he swats Hawks.
Oh.
And Hawks goes flying, and they clearly, he's out. That's it. He's dead.
Instantly. You're like, oh my God, they just killed Smolder.
They just killed Hawks.
He's never going to smolder again. And he goes,
I know.
Flying. When you say flying, he's like, 50 feet away. Whoa!
Yeah.
This bear knows how to swat.
He's out. I was a little bummed. I'm like, oh, he doesn't make it through the movie. He's not going to make it through.
They got to kill someone else. So yeah.
So Robert grabs the arrows, right?
To shoot the bear that just took out an entire building, and he thinks an arrow. It's already got an arrow in it. It's got two arrows in it.
And he gets lifted up, Robert.
The bear picks him up.
Mm-hmm.
He just swatted him onto Sunday. And this guy, he's like, you know what? I'm going to pick you up nice and slow.
Yeah.
Why?
But Robert takes the arrow, which now seems enormous, actually. They're arrow.
Pretty big. They were pretty big. They're like 2 feet long at least.
So he starts stabbing the mutant bear in the face. And then he even gets an eye, and the eye splatters all over his face.
This is where Robert for PG, he got a bucket full of blood. He got an Evil Dead in his face.
Yeah. So
yes. So it picked him up. So it's at least twice the size of a person now because it picked him up.
Yeah.
So the size though is still like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
But he's jabbing him. Remember the little doc that we had in our fake lake?
Yes. Yep.
The bear was like, oh, backs up. And
he falls backwards.
Yes, into the water.
Cracks the dock open. Like he collapses on the dock and crushes the dock.
Right. So the bear monster that sank while it was walking now is floating like it's inflatable.
What a float to have for your pool. Imagine if you had that for your pool.
You're like, is that the prophecy bear? Yeah. Jump on it. Here, take this arrow while you're there. He's floating. This is a freshwater lake, dude.
But Robert's not done with it.
No.
Robert's on the edge of the dock and he jumps like he's an anime character, like Dragon Ball Z, right? I just imagine he jumps through the air with the arrow in his hand and lands on the mutant bear's chest and just starts going at him, like stabbing him again and again and again.
With an arrow.
Yeah.
The like a tiny, it's not for a weapon, but until it's I don't know if you notice this, but I'm all over the monster visually. But while he's stabbing it, the bear's tongue is going,
yes. Yes. There was somebody behind moving the tongue.
And then it sinks.
Yeah.
Sinks. Now it sinks because he deflated it. He put all air holes in it, and it's all gone.
And we waste no time. Cut to a plane flying over the over the countryside, and then we cut inside the plane, and it's a medical plane. Maggie's lying there, and
how do they find them?
I don't know, and it's sort of like,
Ramona, is she in the plane?
And they're like, everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah, like, just like tender moments, petting. Oh,
tender moment, like
you're still pregnant, right?
You're still pregnant with a mutant bear. Like I don't know, like with a mutant. Right? I was like, how? Like I'm like, no, this is not resolved. There's a step here we need to talk about because
but we can't because we're out of time.
No, and the we see it shot from the ground. The plane's flying over.
No.
Yeah, nice score right for the end, right, Eric?
Yep.
And that's how we go out?
No, because this is another one I remembered. I was like, what? And I couldn't stop. Long time ago, I couldn't see whatever it was again. I got 2 seconds and I'm done. Now I can pause it.
Yeah.
But into the frame, another bear monster, but this one looks like it's got like half a deer face without skin. And it looks so much better than the one we've been watching.
I kind of thought that too.
I'm like, where was this guy?
Well, I was like,
it was deformed. It had little ears and this crazy eye.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing. I said,
maybe this is the walking Meatloaf's husband. I don't know, but the guy looks like the other one looked like Hamburger.
Or this is a preview of what her kid's gonna be like when he graduates college. This will be about, right? That's we're like, flash forward. This is her son.
Revenge. It's prophecy, the revenge. It's got a little thing tied around its head, like Rambo.
Oh, God. But yeah, we go out on that, and that's it. Cut.
That is it.
We're done. Yeah.
Yeah. And
everything's, I guess, good.
I know I'm bashing the bear, but when it first came out, I was all over it. Now, if anyone out there, are you remaking this? Please just remake it. Just remake it. Why aren't you remaking this one, everybody?
There's a lot in here that you could do. I agree.
Yeah.
You can kind of
mood now
latch onto.
And monster, the bear, maybe it's evolving. There's the other critters that they just touched on, like where's the big ass frog, Art? I want to see that big ass frog. They should cut to that shit. Or the crazy raccoon family that's trying to pull it together.
Yeah, I think if people are going to go watch this movie, it's done well. Like, it's filmed well. Yeah. The actors are doing a good job and stuff. It does get a little like it. I was like, you don't have to hammer this stuff as much as you do the themes and the talking about them and I was like, you've got a good setup here. You just don't have to talk about it as much.
Shut
right?
Because it's an hour and 42 minutes. This could be
easily, you could cut that down and at least have a tight little film there. And like I said, it's caught too because it's between Eric. There are a lot of those movies like when we were younger, like Silkwood and the China Syndrome and these social dramas about like corporations and the environment that aren't monster movies. But then this was like also a monster movie. So they're kind of clashing those two things together here, which is interesting, but it's also weird. So
and the baby is haunting. If they remade this, we'd see Talia Shire having birthing the baby.
Or something,
maybe
like,
taking care of their kid, like the nanny's coming over and going, nope, no.
Yeah, but it doesn't quite cohere. They throw a lot of things in there, and I think so much that they can't make it work. Like Talia Shire taking care of the baby, like you said, and you're like, I see kind of thematically what they're trying to do, but some of that doesn't work. And the monster in the end is fun, but not. They're really trying to not show it. So therefore, the movie doesn't. You don't see a lot of monsters, but then they show it.
Fat bear. It's like Fat Bear. Oh, there's another song you and I were talking about.
It should be playing the bass at like a bear jamboree or something, right? It should be one of those animatronics where it's like
her cello.
Down.
It's got her cello. It's like she left her cello.
And the other animals are there too, like the other
dancing along.
Like the salmons do it. Got a song.
Salmon comes out of the water. That's awesome.
All right.
So
what would we give this as a score if we had a rating system, Eric? What would we do as a
well, we do have a rating system.
Okay.
I don't know why you don't ever know about our rating system. We also have an award system too. We award films.
We do sometimes award films. Trophies.
Yes. Yeah. It's the Pudge Bear trophy. It's a golden trophy of a bear with a big old pot belly in one hand and a like a Coors Light in the other.
And a Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah. Like, I'll kill you in a second.
All right.
Or
Pudge Bear trophy.
5 out of 10 tadpoles.
They're big tadpoles, though, at least.
Yeah.
Like
100,000 sheets of paper.
All right. Well, that's what we awarded. Yeah.
If nothing else, I can leave with this.
All right. Well, I've had a good time talking with you about this movie.
I want to start a preschool for like mutant monster babies.
That's right, Eric, because it's a prophecy. When the mutant bear seems everywhere, a prophecy. When the baby bear is crying, it's a prophecy.
Started to run, but he's chasing you down.
All right.
Prophecy. Tower's there, but you just don't care. Prophecy. You have a kid, but it's gonna suck. Prophecy.
Oh God. All right, Eric. Well, it's been great. So, Eric, what's that?
What?
No, it's just I thought I heard something. Are you out of breath or something? Oh, somebody out of breath there? around the.
Everything's real quiet.
It sounds like somebody's really having a tough time breathing.
I don't know. Could be my
Jake.
wife.
Oh.
Oh my God! It's a Punchy Bear football player. Wait, I think it's given up.